Hello, welcome or welcome back. Thanks for stopping by. Today I will be doing one video instead of mushing two videos together. I have a whole pile today, so we will definitely be getting started. First one going out, repeat buyer. Cute skirts, very utilitarian, you know, with like cargo-ish style. And then you've got the, oh, I forgot what those were called. I did find out what these particular pockets were called, and I have already forgotten. This sounds like me, doesn't it? So, I should have titled this video something along the lines of, you know, why resellers are, this one's just a little too big, you know that? You know, resellers quitting, resellers dropping like flies, because holy crap they are. And we're going to talk about that here in a second. Real quick update from the last video. That pattern that I had been talking about, the person did purchase that. It should have been in the additional sales at the end of the last video. It was like very, very last minute. I was getting ready to head out. I got a cha-ching, thought it was them, wasn't them. And at that same moment, also got a message from them asking if I had done the shipping yet. I said, no, I'll wait a couple minutes. They paid. So I had two additional ones going out at the very last minute on Friday. This is going out to Karen. And here we got a jacket. This one is cute. Total 60s vibe. But you got raglan sleeve, crop. Definitely super cute. And I need to stop saying that, I know. So, anyways, yeah. I had also talked about that day having discovered a charge on my card. Another one. To be honest, the day just got worse. Card wouldn't start. Electricity went out. It was just one of them days. So, I was most definitely aggravated by the end of that day. Let's see here. And this one will be going out to Tyler. And here we have another repeat buyer. Cute retro aprons. Here's towels. I'm not sure. I think they're just decorative. I don't know. But I love this apron style. This apron style right here. I think that's the best apron. Probably because I studied art for a little while. Maybe. You know, more painter's smock style. Maybe that's why I like it. Who knows? Anywho, let's talk resellers. They're quitting. They really truly are. I was watching a YouTuber reseller, and they popped on and with the video, well, I'm quitting reselling. And you're just like, that's another one gone. You know, and it's usually money, and I definitely get that. This is going out to D. Here we have another repeat buyer. They are all over the place today. Cute pants and skirt, shorts. Very easy, either elastic waist or drawstring. A lot of them have the string on the front, but they're not actually drawstring. It's just for looks, so I always put that in the information if they're drawstring or elastic waist. But yeah. Yeah, so I was watching them again, you know, same thing, and I've really been seeing it so much over, well, since the end of last year, so maybe 9 months is when I've been seeing it. And the first one I really remember was a guy who was kind of surprising that he had, wasn't fully quitting reselling, but he had taken a job. This is going out to Christine. And here we have a cute little dress. We've got the casting at the top. You pull the fabric through to create the straps. So, moving on. I'm losing things again. This guy, it was really interesting when he had said he'd taken a job, because he was very vocal reseller and very much liked to throw shade at other resellers for not doing things the way he thought they should be done. So when he first said that he was taking a job, I was kind of in shock with that one. He wasn't doing as good as he was basically claiming that he was. So, but since then, more and more I've been noticing, oh, I'm still reselling, but I had to take a job. And the downside with taking a job is that it takes so much time away from reselling that generally you're not able to pick back up on the reselling. This is going out to Angela. I feel a little out of breath today. Here we have shirt pattern that is designed to help you do the embellishments on the neckline, I believe. I do have another one of these patterns available. So, yeah. And it just has been making me think about why so many resellers are quitting. And of course, the main reason is money. They're just not making the money that they need to be making to support their family. And reselling was definitely a lot easier a few years ago, especially during COVID. Now, I have watched resellers from prior to COVID. And prior to COVID, their sales were up and down. And then their sales became more steady during COVID. And then COVID finished. Well, it didn't finish. COVID officially did what it did. This one is going out to Gail. And here we have costumes. This is pirate costume. I've sold 3, maybe 4 of these. They sell pretty easily, pretty quickly. People like this particular one because it looks like Pirates of the Caribbean, Jack Sparrow, you know. Even though it's not branded as that. So, yeah. I don't know if this will fit in here. Can't remember. Yep. Anyways, COVID, their sales jumped up. And then after all that died down, their sales started, you know, up and down again. And they didn't know how to handle that. They haven't figured out how to readjust and go back to the way things were before. And a lot of them have done things like invested money into like additional equipment and storage units and just all this additional costs without taking into consideration that when COVID had died down, they weren't going to be making the money that they were during COVID. Let's see here. This is going out to Adam. Here we have more costumes. This one I believe is kids. Yeah. Cute little. One thing I do when they're kids' costumes is instead of taking photos of the adult ones close up, I try to focus on just the kid ones to kind of help them go, oh, they're only showing me pictures of the kids ones. Why is that? I fully expect someday to get one of these patterns back going, I thought this was an adult size. It's like, yeah, that's why the title said kids in it. But some people, they will do that. They just see a picture and that's all they focus on. And I get it. We are very visual people. We tend to be. So, yeah. Anyways, reselling again. Back to reselling. Yeah. People did not realize that they were going to need to pivot. That things were going to be changing at a much more accelerated rate than usual. People that had been selling since 2000 or whatever, things changed generally pretty slowly and fairly gradually. And of course, we had the recession back in 2008, which, of course, had its effects on reselling. One of the things that happened back then, prior to that recession, eBay was totally a seller's market. You could most definitely demand some of the highest prices. Auctions worked way better back then. If you put an auction on for 99 cents, free shipping, you were likely to get more money out of that item than if you put it at a buy it now, or if you started the auction at like $50. A $50 auction was likely to get $50, $60 or something, whereas you could get 70 or 80 if you started the auction off at 99 cents. And that very much changed after that. This is going out to Chris. And here we have multi-tiered skirt. Definitely boho, folksy, peasanty, all the vibes. So after that recession and those things changed, I'm sure there was a chunk of resellers that got out of the game because things had changed on them and they didn't know how to pivot. But that's the thing with business. You always have to know how to pivot. And I get it. We start in reselling and it's a certain way and we want it to stay that way. Because in general, you go out and get a job and jobs tend to stay mostly the same. And changes happen more gradually, like it usually happens with reselling. But again, we've hit one of those points where things just changed very dramatically and very quickly. Let's see here. This one is going out to Holly. And here we have another shirt dress. I say another because I sell them all the time. I don't think I sold another one in this batch. But kind of nice. Very simple A-line. And you can go long sleeve, long, all the way button up. So you got that modest thing going for those modesty fans. So, anyways, yeah. People are struggling to pivot. Like, things are drastically changing. Additionally, supplies, inventory, that's the word I'm looking for. Inventory and finding inventory has completely changed. It's a very different kind of just structure and stuff for it. Garage sales, aren't dollar garage sales anymore. Thrift store prices have increased dramatically. Finding things online, shipping has gone up, which means buying bulk online is not as cheap as it was because of shipping costs going up. This is going out to Anne. And here we have more independent company. Favorite things. This, by the way, is also going out to a person named Anne. That one took me a second. That will have been most definitely cut out because I was sitting there double checking, double checking that I'm going to be sending these off to the right people. Is there another one? I'm literally looking at my screen, and I just seen there are 3 Anns in a row that purchase stuff. Ann, holy crap, you are a popular person right now. If your name is Ann, I'm just, like, seriously double checking. There are 3 Anns with 3 different last names in 3 different states, and they all purchased in a row from one another. And that is most definitely, yeah, that one's throwing me for a loop, which means I'm gonna sit here like triple checking, quadruple checking it, because you gotta make sure. Anyways, this is going out to Ann. Now this Ann is a repeat buyer. Cute, easy top, always a good staple to have in your pattern collection. So we'll go back to reselling. Yeah, finding inventory is not the same as it once was, and that can be very hard to. Is this one of those? No, it seems to be fine. Just wanting to roll up on me. Yeah, finding inventory is not like it was. I mean, gosh, during COVID, I was bulk buying, like liquidation, and it was all over the place, and it was easy to get, and it was cheap, and, you know, especially like Target stuff. Target liquidated a ton of crap during COVID. I bought a box of like swimsuits, bottoms, tops, full pieces. It cost me like, I think it was less than $1 a piece, and I sold that for, you know, the next coming couple of years. This is going out to Ann. And here we have aprons, mommy and me. Super cute. Can even do dish towel, oven mitts, little headbands. So, yeah. And the company I used to purchase that from, easy online, you didn't have to have connections. Now, if you want to do liquidation, you basically have to have connections. Otherwise, these online liquidation companies, you're getting absolutely nothing because they cherry pick all the good stuff first. This one's gonna be a fraction too big. So, you know, pivoting. And this is one thing I've pivoted to, is sewing patterns. Will I be able to continue doing sewing patterns for the next 10 years? Maybe. It's what I'm kind of hoping for, because I'm going for something that at this point is in abundance. We tend to have kind of a stop when it comes to the number of people that are doing crafts and stuff nowadays. They're still out there, and there's still new ones coming in, of course, but people don't learn crafts the way they used to. Daughters aren't taught by their mothers the way they used to be. This is going out to Debbie. And here we have another repeat customer. Gotta love that. Super cute. Either one shoulder or like asymmetrical neckline dress. And 70s skirt pattern. I always love. So yeah. And that's the thing, you have to pivot. And I think in something like reselling, you're going to have to continue to pivot more and more. You know, I mean, even places like Walmart has had to pivot over the years. Walmart was originally all about low prices and American made. At some point, American made, just, you couldn't get the lowest prices with American made. And they had to make a decision. Are we going with American made, or are we going with lower prices? Because they couldn't do both anymore. And they, of course, went with lowest prices, obviously. This is going out to Rochelle. And here we have the folksy peasanty style blouse. Works great for country western style. Like the overlap between like the country western style and your like folksy boho. There's like a lot of it out there that overlaps quite a bit. So, yeah, you know, you have to be able to pivot, and I think a lot of resellers have had difficulty pivoting the way they need to. And I do think inventory is probably one of the biggest reasons for them. They're just not finding inventory the way they used to. Inventory costs more, so their profit margins are lower. Let's see, this is going out to Julia. Last one, people, last one. This poor one has a little damage at the top, but hey, the pattern still works. We have ourselves a repeat buyer. This is a cute shirt, by the way. Gold shoulder. And raglan sleeve. I think people really like raglan sleeve. I think it's fairly comfortable. Anywho, yeah, last one. Gonna kind of wrap up the whole resellers thing. Like I said, it seems to mostly be, in my opinion, a lot of just inventory issues, not finding what they need to keep the lights on, and or going back to work. It's harder, you know, when you have to search for inventory at that sort of level. You don't have continuous suppliers and stuff like that. If you watch YouTube, some of the ones that are still doing very well, they have sources and stuff that they go to find things. They have people that supply them with inventory and just a lot of that sort of stuff. And that's how they've been able to really keep going. People that did liquidation, they're having a hard time finding what they're looking for unless they're in that mix of having the people and knowing the people. Because just these online liquidations, they just don't have the stuff anymore. This is going out to Elizabeth. So, yeah. And then, of course, most people don't have, you know, emergency funds or anything like that. Or they've managed to go through them because their emergency fund was for a couple of months. And if you're running a business, you have to have all of those things. I can personally survive for probably the next year, even with not bringing in a full income that I need to. And I'm hoping within the next year that I will be at a level where I'm bringing in enough money. And so, it's just, it was too much of a switch up on people, and they're just not able to make the pivot that they need to. And I think that we're going to continuously see resellers dropping out of the game simply because it's easier to have a job. There's opportunity for advancement. There's, you know, paid sick days and stuff like that. So, anyways, that'll be it for this video. If you like what you saw, comment, subscribe, hit the like button. If you was completely bored by this, hit the thumbs down button. Engagement is engagement. So I'm not going to complain, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.